Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about something going on right now across America. A quiet wave of people are just packing their bags and leaving to start life in other countries. Today we're asking one question: why are Americans living in such numbers? They just get up, pack their things, and relocating, leaving America, the dream country. Why are they living in such numbers? We'll look at some videos and see what is really going on and see what people have to say about this.
So Americans, rich and poor, are packing their bags and leaving the United States of America. From the first 6 months of this year compared to the first 6 months of last year, Americans moving to other countries has increased by 90%. That's right, 90%. And so that's almost double what it was last year. And so, folks, people are seeing the craziness and the chaos and the instability and the violence, and they're just leaving. They're just leaving. Folks, let me know why you think this is happening in the comments, and I love you guys to give me a follow. Thank you.
Justin, the US is broke. That's right. They can't agree to a budget. Not only that, but for the first time, the US citizens are applying for refugee visas to Australia. Currently, as of yesterday, there are 23 applicants, and that number is doubling each day. I've never thought in my life I would actually hear that Americans are becoming refugees.
America is collapsing before our very eyes. Restaurants are closing their doors for good in my city at a record pace. They're blaming it on a slow season, but I think it's something else. You can't tell me the amount of abandoned strip malls that I drive by on a daily basis is normal. I know you've seen it too. All these places just get replaced with the Capybara Cafe de Jour or a flower store to placate the masses, if you know what I mean. There used to be 24-hour diners, family-owned restaurants, even bookstores, I don't know, third spaces. Now, nothing. Luxury apartments that sit vacant forever. Grocery stores that have been closed for 10 years. So much wasted space in empty parking lots until some TikTok trend comes, opens for 6 months, and then that closes too. I know I'm not alone in this, but yet every single time I bring it up, I get all the bots in my comments telling me the economy's never been better. But I ask for who? Like 100 people at the top? So the billionaires are doing great. I don't care. People like you and me, we're struggling out here. All my friends live in vans. And if we are lucky enough to have apartments or houses, we're living behind locked doors and closed blinds because there's no community here anymore. Restaurants are just the beginning. They're the canary in the coal mine. Once they're gone, so are all of our meeting places, our birthday parties, our community, and third spaces. They're not just a place to buy food. They're a pulse of the neighborhood. And also, as a live singer, something hugely important to my job. I used to sing 5 nights a week. Now I'm lucky if I can find a Sunday night gig. So I'm just here to say, if this is what a booming economy sounds like, it must be the sound of doors slamming shut. And I don't know about you, but I'm making my exit plan. We're moving to Portugal soon, where they still have cafes and restaurants that people actually go to. If you find that interesting, stick around. Because I can tell you this is not normal. And don't let internet comments gaslight you into thinking it is.
I don't know why no one's talking about this, but there is a mass exodus of US citizens from the United States. Look, I'm a real estate agent in Costa Rica. I help foreigners move abroad, move to Costa Rica, and make a life here. I've been getting a ton of stories from clients who are absolutely spent. I'm working with a psychiatrist who helps teenagers. And when I asked her why she wants to move to Costa Rica, she said, it's because I have lost all hope. My patients have lost hope. And what's worse is I have lost hope too. And how can I possibly be of service to someone else if I don't believe it's not going to get any better? So what she is doing is saving herself, packing up her bags, and moving abroad. This is where we are.
Hey, did you know that young people between the ages of 20 and 29 are leaving Florida in record numbers? And it's not because they don't love the sunshine. It's because they can't afford to live here anymore. Between rising rents, sky high homeowners insurance, and wages that don't keep up, they're forcing the young people out. And when they leave, Florida loses its future workforce, its innovation, and its energy. As your next congressman, I'll fight to bring down the cost of living by tackling the insurance crisis, investing in affordable housing, and pushing for wages that match today's economy. Florida should be a place where young people can build their lives and not be forced to leave. If you agree it's time to make Florida more affordable, follow this campaign and let's bring a new generation of leadership to Washington.
The story begins with a dream, the American dream. For decades, people believed America was the land of opportunity, the land of freedom. But now people are saying that that dream has become too expensive, too stressful, and too unsafe for them to achieve it. House prices are skyrocketing, grocery bills keep rising, healthcare is affecting their pockets, and the constant political tension and safety concerns have become so overwhelming. So many are choosing a new path, one that leads to freedom, one that leads to other countries. Countries like Mexico, Australia, Spain, Africa, Caribbean islands, where they can find peace, where they can live life to the fullest, where they can have freedom, where they have safety, where there is low cost of living, better work life, and a life that feels more than living, a life of freedom. This movement isn't about escaping America. It is about chasing a different kind of freedom, a freedom to breathe, freedom to rest, and a freedom to afford life again. So let's take some comments and see what people have to say about this. Let's look at the comments. I recently became a dual citizen. After moving here from US several years ago, I'll always miss my home, but I am very grateful to have Medicare, paid sick, and holiday leave, and live in a gun-free society. There were 245 Americans already filed for a refugee status here in Canada for the first half of this year. The strength of a country is determined by the strength of the middle class, not the upper, and our middle class is crumbling. The last 30 years, the prices of everything have gone up and up and up while wages stagnated. None has disposable income anymore. I went into survival mode in 2000 and never left it. Surprised I saw people acting like things were normal for the last 15 years. They haven't been, nothing ever was again. It is very funny that more millionaires and billionaires means progress. I see it as a movement of money upwards. Yes. Either move abroad or learn to live off grid and be completely independent. Don't depend on the government for water, electricity, or food. Act fast before it's too late and you're trapped. And don't make videos of it, act quietly. So the truth is simple. Americans aren't just living. They are finally going to a place where life is worth living. They are finally finding their peace, going to a place of peace. So let me ask you this. Will you leave America and go to a place where you find peace, where there's low cost of living, where you have the freedom to live life to its fullest? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Let me know what you have to say about it. Let's discuss it. Thank you very much for watching.